Hello everyone, my name is Moji. You're watching a Bitcoin Bubble news channel. Yes, I want to talk about leverage today. I want to talk about how to leverage in crypto. Just so you know, this isn't for everyone, but you can use it as part of your general plan and to make more money. Even though Bitcoin's price has been going down lately, I've still made a lot of money. Just so you know, I'm filming this a few days before it goes live. But even though prices have been going down lately, I'm still up a lot on my leveraged investments. You can do it safely, or even safer than what you see online when people just use 100x force. We'll talk about what I mean in this video if you don't understand it already. I do want to say that we will be using the Weex program, which stands for Wealth Electronics Exchange. There will be links to them below the movie. There are a lot of prizes once you sign up. This is a great trade. See the link below the movie if you'd like to know how to do it. Now, Weex is something you should think about if you're thinking about a trade. They've been around since 2018. They're in the top 30 for CoinMarketCap. With 0% maker fees and 0.03% taker fees, they have some of the lowest fees in the area or the business. They focus on low market cap gems. On Weex, a $1 million investment only costs $300. Also, you don't need a VPN or know your customer KYC to sign up. That's why I would definitely think about this. They also have some of the best protection out there. Also, they are a partner of the station before we begin. Thank you very much to Weex for being our support. You should know what leverage trading is before we begin. There are a few movies on my channel that explain it, but it's pretty easy. Now, not long ago, someone asked me in person about trading and was looking at prop companies. You may not have heard of prop companies if you are new to stock trading. But basically you take a test, and if you do well on enough of them, they let you use some of their power. They will lend you money so you can trade. They get a piece of the money made. People find it interesting. I would say there are some problems with it since you have to pay to take the test. You won't get that money back if you don't pass. It's very interesting to trade on margin in crypto because you can do it without taking a test. There are no limits on who can join. You can only lose $10 if you have $10. In order to do this, you need to sign up with an exchange like Weex. You put some money down and like Weex under the video. Just put down $100, $1,000, $10,000 or any amount you want, and then you can start dealing with leverage. There are different types of leverage on Weex ranging from 1x to 200x. You can set that up. There are several ways to open it. There are trigger orders, market orders, and limit orders. You can make money, do all the normal things that traders do too. There is, however, a way to start trading, and in essence, they give you access to more cash. Let's say I use 2 times as much money. There's $10 in my account. I traded $10. I'm able to get an item worth $20. Yes, I can buy $20 worth of Bitcoin. If the price drops by half that amount, I lose $10. I lose my $10, okay? Due to leveraging my money, if it goes up 100%, I make 200%. There are a few different fees that need to be thought about. That's something you need to remember. In general, though, you can push up. You can borrow more money, and you won't have to pay them back. They will stop you if you lose the money. To give you another example, let's say you have $10 on your account and use 10x leverage to make a trade. If Bitcoin goes down 10%, you lose all of your money. You make 100% if it goes up 10%, and you make 10 times what that would be. If you see it in a table or have done it a few times, it's a little easier. It's clear that you need to handle your danger. You shouldn't put $1,000 on a leverage swap if you already have $1,000. That's not safe enough. You need to know how to handle risks well. And I do this as part of my general plan, but it's not the main thing I do with my portfolio. I do use it though because it can help boost results. For now, I'd like to show you a way to make money that works like a trading plan. That's really pretty easy. Okay, so this is one of the easiest things to do once your account is set up and stocked. Taking a look at where we usually bounce and where we usually have support is one of the easiest things you can do. So get the picture. When we fall in for a few days in a row, or when there is a big wick down, I like to look at the daily. I like to see the places we've been. Let me get rid of these now so you can see it better. A few times we dropped below the $59,000 to $60,500 mark right here. We dropped to about $61,000 there, $60,000 there, and $60,000 there. Then we dropped to $60,400 not long ago. Then we dropped to $58,300. To buy Bitcoin on the spot, you only want to buy Bitcoin and not use any debt or anything like that. It's possible that this means it's a good time to buy. You'll never get it just right because there are so many different kinds of signs. On the other hand, you can see that we have been regularly going over $60,000 mark. As I already said, you can always fall even further. Tomorrow we could fall to $50,000, but we're all here trying to make smart choices. But in the past, we've seen a good bounce from that point. This means that if you want to buy Bitcoin, it might make sense to do so in this area. There's one more thing you can do, and I'm posting this days after shooting it, so it must be really smart or really dumb. So please be patient with me. But you could open a position right here if you want to go long on Bitcoin or an altcoin, but you want to use low leverage and just put in a position at 5x or something similar. You could then ride it for a long time, maybe even the whole bull market. Now, if you use 5x leverage, you would have about $12,000. If you then put the position in at $60,000, you would still have about $12,000. We could go all the way down past the supports that were there before. We went back and forth between $50,000 and $53,000, which is a key psychological level at $50,000. We could go all the way down below this range. We could break through this level of support and drop to $48,000, at which point you would lose all of your money. Well, you just make 5 times as much money if we move up. So if you bought something with, say, 0.1 Bitcoin, used that as collateral, and did a 5x, you could buy 0.5 Bitcoin. If we did move back up, you'd get 5 times as much money back. If Bitcoin went from $60,000 to $66,000, you'd get a 50% return instead of, say, a 10% return. Here's something else you could do. You could wait until we reach a level of support like this, say $60,000 if you wanted to use more power. You could also wait a little longer, between $50,800 and $40,000 or $400,000. Sorry, $58,400, that's right in the middle. You opened a long trade and set a level price. You could set a stop loss for, say, $57,900 if the price goes down and touches that level. So it's possible that we'll keep going down past the level we saw a few days ago and reach $58,000 or even go farther below that. If we go any further, though, you're out of the deal, so you cut your losses. It might go up again, it might not, or it might keep going down, but you could cut your losses and go with a little more power. You might want to do it 10 or 20 times. Of course, learn as much as you can about leverage investing to be sure you understand it, but there is one way to go about it. To look at, you can choose from different types of levels. It sounds like we're at a pretty key level when this recording was made, right? We left this level and came back to it. It's funny that we're settling right at $61,500, which is right on this line in this trend line. This is another important level to keep an eye on, the 200-day moving average. It's about halfway between where we bounced here and where we fell the other day. It's worth around $57,700 right now. The good thing about Weex is that they have these small numbers next to them. You can get to the moving average a lot of the time, right? No matter what picture you're looking at, whatever moving average it is, you also have to look over it. Okay, this just shows you $57,700, which can be nice. After that, if you scroll to a certain date, say June 8th, it shows you the moving average for that date. Watching it can be pretty fun. But moving averages with big numbers like this 100-day, 200-day, and 50-day moving averages are very common. That line is usually a good line of support, but in a bear market, it could be a line of resistance. You can play with that, though. And there are lots of different ways to trade. This is just one thought. We did drop below the 50-day or 100-day moving average, though, as you can see. Yes, when we go back up, $66,000 might be an interesting level that we need to get through. If we don't get a lot of orders, we might be turned down at